Chimarani, natural nurse in a toxic world, co-founder of the British Nursing Alliance and health and nurse advisor on Sons of Liberty radio at 1 p.m. on Saturdays. You can catch that live on Rumble. Well, I'm sure lots of you by now have seen Kelvin Robinson on Sky News talking about how our elderly were moved from the hospitals into care homes, and really they were subsequently murdered with morphine and midazolam. That was ordered by Matt Hancock. We took all of the midazolam that France had. Indeed, when it arrived, it was in French. It shouldn't have even been given. Many of those patients received 5 and sometimes up to 7 doses of that and died within 29 hours using protocol NG163. That is now NG191, which encompasses 163. Yes, people, it's still happening. Now, if we go back to the Cygnus report that Jeremy Hunt was involved in, Exercise Cygnus, in 2016, it details it all there, exactly what they're going to do. And it was a preparedness document for a pandemic. Page 9, they even talk about, my dog's in the back and in the car, they even talk about reverse triage. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. And I've talked already how they had meetings in January of 2020 and why they must sacrifice the elderly. Those meetings were with the doctors and the nurses. There were, I believe, 10 doctors were asked about this protocol, and they said, no, it's going to kill the patient. So one person was asked, and off they went and executed it, and executed the elderly and indeed the disabled children. If you go and look at the planned tariff incentivized euthanasia point system, they have to euthanize in England alone 1,642.5 patients per day minimum in order for the hospitals to get their money. This is all fact. It's still going on right now, people. It's still going on right now. They are using that NG191 and they're going to use it this winter. So Jeremy Hunt was involved in that, and he should not be in the position he's in now. Now, we can all go after these people, Jeremy Hunt, Matt Hancock, but they don't need to open doors. They can just slither under them. Because guess what? They're going to come and look at, well, who actually prescribed it and gave it. And who did give it? It was you nurses that have just voted to strike your vocation. I said in Trafalgar Square in 2021, do not do the government's dirty work. They are literally going to leave you as the fall guys because your name is all over it. You may as well just have signed the controlled drug book and the patient cardex in blood. You may as well have done the patient's blood. You gave it, you gave it, you gave it. The doctor wrote pro re nata, PRN on it. But many of you don't know what that means. You gave it, you kept giving it. And essential medication, food and water was removed, even though it states on the GMC code that they should always take the patient's hydration and nutrition into consideration when they're doing end of life. Well, you're still doing it. So this comes right back from 2016, Jeremy Hunt. It's all in that Exercise Cygnus document. And then they went where they ordered it, but someone still had to give it. And it was you nurses, and you're still going to do it. We just ordered huge doses of lorazepam. What do you think that's for? A tea party? No, they're gearing up. They're gearing up with their war rooms. That's why they've said it, war rooms and redeploying staff. These are wartime statements. Why? So that you accept the unacceptable and believe you are above the law. It is illegal in this country to euthanize anyone. To hasten someone's death is euthanasia, which is illegal. It's murder. It's planned murder. And it's on a grand scale now. It's genocide. And you are going to take the rap for the dirty deeds of those politicians above you. You are going to take the rap. And they're going to turn the public right against you. Join the British Nursing Alliance and get away from the NMC taken over by the government in 2001 when the government took over the NHS. It's gone. Oh my word, I can't say this enough. Are you going to kill people this winter? Ask yourself, every time you inject somebody or you put up that syringe driver, this is not Gosport. Oh, it was a faulty syringe driver. 400 people died. This is not Gosport. This is Gosport on steroids. It's huge. And when they go after one, and trust me, the secret is out the bag. The lid is off the bubbling pan. They're talking about it in mainstream. It's going to be like a cascade, a domino, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to stop, and it's going to fall at your door. So do you really want to still be doing it? Oh my word, you know what? My mouth is dry for you. There are many good nurses. Many of you know it's going on and you've come to me and you don't want to be part of it. Many of you know it's going on and you're still doing it. You don't care. One of you even had a new kitchen based on taking the dirty blood money for doing the vaccines. Where does that link in? Because those having more and more vaccines are going to get sick and they're going to be put on this protocol. Because the health system is using AI and it's going to be algorithmic medicine, not allopathic, not naturopathic. It's going to be, how much are you worth? And I don't mean how much are your assets. I'm talking about how much tax you pay, how much national insurance you pay. It's all in the NHS 21-22 mandate. But I read all that. So you might want to say, am I a criminal? And you might really want to get off that right now. Do not do the government's dirty work. It's coming. It's all starting to tumble. And you might want to rethink going on strike for more money. Really? Shocking.